coming to you this evening on the Garage Guy channel. Today is May 3rd, Friday afternoon, 2019. And it's a beautiful day here in the southwestern part of Virginia, surrounded by these beautiful Appalachian mountains. You gotta love it here. Some of the most beautiful scenery anywhere. Before I start the video, a viewer left a comment on my last video, which was about a pistol, the Taurus TX22, and he said, hey, I want a shout out. So sure enough, you know what? I'm going to do just that. This shout out goes to Mr. Paul Lowry, and Paul also wants me to send a shout out to the fine folks at Flatiron Arms, located in Smith Station, Alabama. And for all you Alabama residents, you get on down there to Flatiron Arms, check out what they got. Maybe they'll make you a good deal. Anyhow, either roll tide or go war eagle. There you go. I should have the state of Alabama covered right there. A lot of fine people down that way. Paul also asked me to ask my viewers to remember the victims of the Lee County tornado that hit down there. And Paul, I feel you on that. Here back in 2011, in the neighboring community of Glade Springs, Virginia, as tornadoes touched down there, and there was loss of life. And that only serves as a reminder that Mother Nature can be a cruel bitch at times. So, you know, my condolences to the people that lost loved ones. Anyhow, this video here is homemade range improvements. A lot of people, you know, can spend hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars on a little home shooting range. You know, that's fine. It's your money. You can do what you want with it. I know everybody wants a nice looking range, something to shoot at. Then you have other people that's just content with getting a pop can or some 2-liter bottles or whatever and throwing them out and shooting those. That's fine too. Not a thing in the world wrong with that. But for those of y'all that seen my videos before, if you look around here on this side and over here, I refer to these as my scrap steel targets, because all I did was take some scrap steel, a handheld grinder, cut them down to size, and drill a hole in them. I do have some AR 500 rated targets. I got one, the silhouette target, and I got the 3 10-inch gong targets. And those are, well, the silhouette was over 150, and the gong targets were like 75 each. And I'm like, no, there's got to be a better way. But I went back to these scrap steel targets. I'd made them before, and all it cost me was a little bit of my time, maybe a 7-inch grinding pad to go on my grinder, and maybe a few drill bits and some screws and washers, that kind of thing. It's all homemade stuff. Let me show you something right here. I'm going to turn the camera around. Y'all see the PVC frame right there? I've got it moved in a different place there. It's getting kind of brittle, and frankly it's becoming an eyesore. I made that out of PVC waterline back in summer 2012 when I first started doing YouTube videos, and it's worked well for what I need it. But if I hang steel off, some of the shrapnel from the bullets sometimes, you know, deflects and hits the PVC and knocks some holes in it. So, you know, I do want my shooting area to look good, but this right here, it's just starting to get kind of dilapidated looking, like I said, brittle. And I believe I'm going to do like Mr. Hickok when he retired his gong. I'm going to retire my target frame right here today. It's been a good one. I'll probably just end up taking it apart and tossing it to the side somewhere. I don't know. But right here, if we look over this way here at the banana truck, about right in front of it here, of course there's the creek right here. It runs, for those of you that can hear running water during my videos. Right here, we're looking at where that PVC frame was standing. Well, I've replaced them with some more scrap steel targets. Now my good friend Patrick, he cut these with a gas torch. These are a 1/4 inch thick, and believe me, I've already shot at them, and it did not put any indentions or anything. It just knocked the paint off the surface. Here we go. There's a third one, and there's a fourth one, and these 4 are standing right where the PVC frame was standing. And if you notice, I got them hanging off a T-post, or metal fence post as some others might call them. And notice how they're leaning towards the direction from which I'm shooting. That only makes sense, you know. That's what everybody does. It'll deflect the shrapnel from the bullet down when it hits a target down to the ground. That way lessens the chances of anybody getting hurt by any ricochet projectiles or anything like that. Now, what did this cost me? Well, this cost me about, I think about $10, because I went to the local package store and got my buddy Patrick a pint of Jim Beam for his effort in cutting these for me, showing my appreciation. You know, somebody does me a favor, I'm going to return the favor. So a little bit of Jim Beam. Patrick likes to have a little taste now and then. Nothing wrong with that. And these targets right here, this little one, this is just rim fire. As a matter of fact, this belongs to my cousin Steve. Yeah, some of us have took pot shots at it with some center fire cartridges, but I just use rim fire anymore. And plus I got the one hanging off the tree limb right back there. I've been lucky enough to hit it a time or two, I guess. But all this right here, scrap steel. And now this post right here, this is not a T-post or metal fence post. As a matter of fact, what this is, it come from a mattress frame I found in a rental home of mine. And the tenants, you know, they're always leaving stuff, and they left a mattress frame. So I cut it into 4 pieces. Now the rest of these here, well, this one here, this also come from a mattress frame. No, it didn't. I'm wrong. That's a T-post. This one right here come from the mattress frame. And you see all I've done right here was just put in the bolt. Got the washer, got the nut right here. And there it is. There's the front of the bolt right there. Very simple to put together. I've done all these like this. I wish this one had been a little bit bigger, but you know, I'm lucky enough to hit it once in a while. Let's walk over here towards the banana truck. Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo-doo. Right, here we go. I got another piece of scrap steel right here. It's about a 1/4 inch thick. You can see right here where I cut it with the grinder. Drilled the hole right here. And right here is another piece of the mattress frame. Like that. As you can see, it already had the holes drilled in it. And right there's the bolt with the washer and the nut on it right there. And what this right here is, my friends, for those of you that don't know, is a post tamper. It's what people knock the T-post into the ground with. I do the same with this piece of mattress frame. And also, I'll take the grinder and I'll sharpen the end I'm going to knock into the ground. Just sharpen that to a point. It goes in very easily. What do you say we go ahead and put this little combo together? As you can see here, my friends, I've got it started in the ground, and it is leaning in from the direction I will be shooting. So we'll take this and we'll tamp it in the rest of the way. Probably only need about 3 or 4 more good hits. There we go. Now if I'm shooting at a target, and it'll be hanging right here at the top, that means I'd be aiming about right here if it was against a bad person. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get the piece of steel and bolt it on here, and we'll see what we got. Well, as you can see here, my friends, I went ahead and put the bolt through it and tightened it down, but not all the way. There is a little slack because when the bullet hits it, I want it to be able to react like that. If you get it too tight, it's just going to be up against the post. Like I said, I like that instant reaction right there. And I always come back later on and I will check the head of the bolts right here. If it needs to be replaced, it's always an easy chore right there. Now what I'll do here, a little bit of Rust-Oleum on it. Let's see what we got. Y'all get the idea. Well, my friends, I had to stop filming for about 15 minutes. We got a pretty good downpour of rain here. That's, well, I just got in the truck and waited it out. But as you can see right here, I have 13 really good targets. And they are all homemade scrap steel. I can just get back here and start right here if I want to and work my way all around. Now it's 13, not counting the little 22 rimfire target that belongs to Cousin Steve. Now for those of you that's seen some of my videos before, you've noticed on this side I would have the AR targets hanging here. Between these trees here, I have barbed wire right there. I'll hang a silhouette target right here, and then the 3 10-inch gone targets I'll hang off this right here. I really need to take these things right here down. It looks a little bit tacky, but I'll get them down soon enough. Well, my friends, what do you say we give that target I just set up a try? What I'm going to be using on it is what I call a classic. I'm talking the Glock 26 Gen 3 with the 17 round Glock magazine. Let's see how she reacts. See if I can hit anything. Got it. First try. Gotta love a Gen 3. Gotta love it. What do you say we go over here and check the target out? I'd say it was about 20 yards away. I missed a few of them, but got a few of them too. $11 out of 17. Yep. Reacted just fine. I like to think I found that balance in between those high dollar steel AR 500 targets and just blinking with pop cans. Nothing wrong with either one of them. If you want to go that route and get some AR 500 steel though, prepare for your wallet to get a lot lighter than it was, okay? They're going to cost you. Some places you can get better deals than others. You don't necessarily have to have the AR 500 rated steel, but you know, it's nice if you do. they'll probably last longer than you will. Also, nothing wrong with throwing a pop can out in the yard and plinking around. That's how I was brought up on firearms. Some of my dad and me would throw the pop cans out in the yard, and then again, they were some of my granddaddy's beer cans. I shot a lot of them after he finished them. But, I like to think I found that balance. Nothing wrong with using scrap steel. Get your hand grinder, some drill bits, you're good to go. And you can have a pretty decent looking shooting area without having to sink a lot of money into it. Now you might ask, Mark, are you going to set up any more targets down at your place? Well, you saw the barbed wire. I am going to hang the silhouette, my gong targets up from that. Other than that, I'm going to put one more scrap steel target, a bigger one. I'm going to put it out to where I can shoot 50 yards with a handgun. I always find that challenging and a lot of fun, so I'm going to go that route. One more target. That'll be 14, and then the others for 18 total. That's plenty right there. I'm not going to get greedy, and I've got them set to where I can mow around them, and there'll be a few that I weed eat around, and then I'm going to put some weed killer around those posted targets are on. That way I ain't got to bother with weed eating. But the ones I do want to weed eat around will be where the barbed wire is, because if I spray around there, I might end up killing the trees, and I don't want to do that. All right. Hope you hit the like button. I hope you find this video useful. And if you like my channel, I hope you'll subscribe. I'm sure you'll find some videos on here you'll like. Okay? This is Mark, Garage Guy 879. Y'all have a nice weekend.